before with the boat still just leading, so we're inside the final 2 kilometres of the race. It's a team competition, mixed teams with 2 men and 2 women, score based on their overall times, and they have 2 times embedded in the back of their numbers. They will deactivate when they cross the finish line. You can see those sensor pads on the ground, so the whole timing process is automated. Men's teams and women's teams, and the top 3 individuals will be presented in the AJC grounds in about an hour from now. London Borough of Islington. Top 3 men will be presented with their awards back inside the Honourable Artillery Company grounds. But there's 4 still challenging for the top 3 places as we come inside the final half mile of the race, looking down the road for the first of the outrider vehicles that will accelerate ahead. These are normally very busy roads. Great work by the London Marathon events team, closing the roads on what was part of the Olympic marathon course in London 20. So we've got a few club vests, and pretty soon we'll see the corporate vests. In fact, they're starting to appear now, the first scorers for their company teams. They should give big prizes to whoever designs the shirts for making the print much, much bigger. First man home for Barclays. Fidelity Mutual, and our first female finisher is going to be a fantastic time. Going to be just outside 17 minutes, I think, maybe just inside for JP Morgan. And JP Morgan have a man across the line inside the top 30. The mixed teams are 2 of each, 4 to score, every second counts. That's why they're sprinting for the line. Skylight, Newgate, London Transport, good work, on time. Bracewell have got a man home. Barclays have got at least 3 men across the line already. Keep the encouragement going. There's been a few gaps at this point in the race, and you'll see very shortly why there's almost no gaps further down. Welcome home, everybody. Still only 1 female finisher. They'll be coming down on the left side as we look back. Barclays, I think, have closed. CGI have got 2 men home. Charles Stanley with a finisher in the men's event. 14:51, the winning time in the men's event. London Transport definitely have 2. There's a prize for the first team captain as well. Mostly greenback numbers, the first wave of starters. CGI going well, second female, finishing strongly. 1 more female finisher to complete the podium. Some of the men's teams will have closed, none of the mixed teams will have yet closed, and none of the women's teams. 6th, here's our 3rd place female finisher running strongly. Slaughter and May, I think, with 3rd place position, and they've got a man in the purple finishing now on the left hand side. These are very quick female times we're seeing here. First 4 home. winner of this event for HSBC in 5th place. And now they're merged together. You can see a couple of our top 10 women just crossing the line now. So nobody's yet closed an all-women's team. We've had one, maybe two, for the leading teams. London Transport have definitely closed the men's team. Keep the encouragement going for all of these finishers. Barclays running well. Standard Chartered this year in black colours with the corporate logo on the chest. KPMG. So we're using the whole width of the finish line now. Don't forget the cameras are rolling. Even if you've got snot coming out of both nostrils, wipe it away for the finish line photos. We're just coming up to 20 minutes, so this is still the top 5 or 10% of finishers. Well done all of you. Well done HSBC, having a good day in the women's competition as well. Once you cross the line, keep moving. There's water for you, that size New Balance item, and you're first in the queue for the Fuller's London Pride. Lucy Reed was the first woman in 16:03. Fantastic time. She'll be presented with her award in about half an hour from now. Shell Sport with men in red across the line. Standard Chartered have got plenty of runners home, but there's about 500 of them still to come. This year's colour appears to be black. Legal and General in the maroon. So the first man in 1451, only about a minute and a half clear of the first woman. Slaughter and May this year favouring purple. Goodwin in the black with the red logos, KPMG in the blue. Shell and London Transport are having a good first 10 minutes of the race, aren't they here? So keep the applause going. We'll be starting to hit a few of the first time racers and the less regular runners, but these are the serious athletes at the moment, crossing the line in around about 22 minutes. The chip timing in their bibs will give them their precise time from when they cross the start mats to when they go under the gantry and cross those finish mats. Lloyds of London, first one of those that I've seen. Antares, we've seen a few of those going well. I think we could be closing our potentially winning women's team. We've had about 40 women home now, and the best teams could have got 3 scorers in there. Stonex, Barclays, Liberia, Walkers, not the crisps. Well on KPMG. Everybody finishing here in under 23 minutes for 3¼ miles, 5 kilometres. Good work. Keep moving once you cross the finish line. Hang a left back into the HAC for your goodie bag. And there's no queue at the Fuller's drinks tent at the moment. I think Barclays have already had about 10 home. Discover the Bond X runners have had 4 or 5 as well. Julius Barr could be in the hat for one of the top 3 men's teams. They had 3 very high up early on. Keep it going, use the full width of the carriageway. Welcome home all of you. Don't forget the cameras are rolling. Slick back your hair if you have some. A lot of black vests, but a lot of Standard Chartered in amongst it. I know this is a big focal point for their fundraising each year, and £10 from every runner's entry fee is going to their official charity. That's the Future Makers project, empowering young people around the world Stanley, both in purple. How embarrassing. Like they're at the same party in the same dress, isn't it? There's a lot of purple going on. Welcome home, everybody. Spread right the way across the carriageway. Keep moving once you cross under the gantry. Great job. Northridge, JP Morgan, Legal and General have won this event in the past. So the smallest teams may have just an individual runner or 2 minutes. The largest teams, 500 runners. Some experienced runners, some never run before runners. But we're still going well. It's a bit of these guys milking the applause. Get it on the ground. If it's not strong, it didn't happen. Tenko, Slaughter May, KTS, Bondex Runners, Barclays Women's Team, ABNAMRO, first of those that I've seen in the green. Make sure your number's visible for the cameras and the finish, otherwise you won't get your photo. Say this is a very, very big event. How big is it? Well, the last wave still hasn't started and we've had about 500 finishers. So the final wave of out of the 6,000 is just getting underway on the far side. It means there are runners pretty much on every single metre of this 5-kilometre course. But right now, if you're in the finishing straight, it's all about you. Give us a wave. Cameras are being sneaky, low level, either side. Big old cheesy grin. Transport. Well done, 4 stone buildings. And here we go. And well done if you have spotted your runner, because it gets to be like a needle in a haystack, doesn't it, at this point in the race. 4 or 5 runners every second going under the gantry. Well done, SC Newgates. Quasar Cox. I don't think discrete logos work that well in a road race, do they? You need something big and bold. KPMG and 2 across the line, back to back. Once you cross the line, keep moving. There's heavy traffic coming behind you. Well done, Riverstone International. Reply. Hogan Laurels. HTV. Liberia is up with that. In about 30 minutes or so, we'll have a presentation about top 3 men and top 3 women, just validating those results. Over the course of the next few days, the team results will be validated as well. 6,000 runners, we've had less than 1,000 so far. Enjoy your finish, spread out right the way across the carriageway. The better to be caught by the cameras on either side. Oxra. first of your team that we've seen, HSBC, not the first of you, Brown Jacobson, Atrium, Standard Chartered, spreading themselves out throughout the whole field, our race sponsors. Well, we're just about through the 30-minute point, but remember some of these runners will have taken a minute or so to cross over the start sensor mats and to cross the finish sensor mats with their chip timing, so they'll get the benefit of that. Let's welcome home our 30-minute finishers. Good work, all of you. Panmure Gordon, Wood Mackenzie, he probably would. Guidewire, Vanguard, two together, just edging one another. It's blokes that do that, you know. Ladies are more collaborative. Blokes have to out-dip each other.